I have white guy tacos and
What does
like
that
black,
mean? Like mayonnaise and tuna? What are you doing?
pretty much ground beef and cheese.
That's okay. Do you put any flavor in it?
No.
Oh.
Here's the deal. No, they said to be careful and let her know this, that black pepper is the top of the spice level in Minnesota, you know.
I'm the first vice president, I believe, who has ever grown chili peppers.
I'm trying to expand my food knowledge.
You know, we've got some cantaloupes. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
This got to be the cringiest thing I've ever seen. This video is brought to you by Tatumstore.com. Tatumstore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. But make sure, most importantly, that you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. All right, let's get into this. I haven't watched this in its totality, right? I saw the clip just like everybody else, the little advertisement that Kamala knee pad Harris, side chick Harris, was going to have an interview with old man Waltz. And when I saw the little advertisement, it was the corniest, weirdest, lamest thing I ever seen in my life. I literally threw up in my mouth when I watched it because it's two people trying to put on a performance as if they have cohesion. And they literally, like Nick said, they turn the camera on and start acting. Let's try to act like we're friends and buddies and we've been hanging out. Like, we know y'all ain't never talked to each other before. This was a last-minute three-point shot that y'all done threw in the dark at the 11th hour. So you ain't got to fake it to us like y'all got cohesion and y'all cool together. And when you don't have real synergy and you guys ain't really cool like that, it looked like this. Now, I haven't watched this whole thing, but let's see if you can make it through this without literally crying yourself to sleep at how cringy this is. Roll the clip.
Talk about it being halftime in America. We're a touchdown down, and I kind of like the idea of being a little bit behind.
Well, I'm looking at Coach Walls right now. I'm looking at Coach Walls.
Just right there just threw me off, man. I don't want to put y'all through this, man. But just watch it so you can see what your friends and them are going to lie to you about and say it was a great interview.
I have white guy tacos and
What does
like
that
black,
mean? Like mayonnaise and tuna? What are you doing?
pretty much ground beef and cheese.
That's
and,
okay. Do you put any flavor in it?
No.
Oh.
Here's the deal. No, they said to be careful and let her know this, that black pepper is the top of the spice level in Minnesota, you know.
I'm the first vice president, I believe, who has ever grown chili peppers.
I'm trying to expand my food knowledge.
You know, we've got some cantaloupes. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I
I
called
was
you,
hoping maybe
Tim.
we wouldn't have to.
I called you, Tim.
Yes.
You didn't answer, Tim.
I know.
What happened?
The most important call of my life. It popped up, and we didn't recognize the caller ID, and it went to voicemail.
Hi, this is Tim. I'm not able to answer.
There you go.
Possible. Thank you.
Hey, Tim, it's Kamala. I really want to talk to you.
It is an.
These people are so unserious, bro. Is this what it has come to? I ain't gonna be able to make it through the whole thing. I just feel as if we're being shysted. Donald Trump is a good man. He was a really good president. He's a genuine person. Like him or not, some things he do you may not like. He's a genuine person. He's genuinely, with his life on the line, trying to make America a better place through implementing policies that benefit the people, not the politicians, and not the political machine, the political agenda. Donald Trump is literally have a plan in place. He's already done it, and he genuinely want to make the country good. These people here are doing something different. Kamala is insanely awkward and weird and unserious as a person. I'm going to try to make it through this.
Amazing privilege for me also. I'm excited. I just want to be part of the excitement that you're generating.
Well, we're doing it together, buddy.
It's fun.
We're doing it together. How have these last couple of days been for you?
I can see where the energy comes. America is a hopeful country.
Indeed.
People are excited.
In every one of those groups of thousands, sometimes over 10,000 people, you've seen exactly who we are as America.
Yeah.
People from rural areas, urban areas, of every stripe and size and background. This is who we are as America, and we're
Yeah.
all in it together.
Yeah.
And in this campaign, the only way we win is to keep the pedal to the metal for these next many, many days that we have. So, Tim,
Yeah.
what's your relationship to music?
Yeah. For me, the transformational piece of music was Bruce Springsteen's The River,
Okay.
which is a journey. You know all the tracks,
Yeah.
and I'm that guy. My first car, it's the summer 1980, been saving up. I buy a 1973 orange Chevy Camaro, got an 8-track player in it.
Oh, wow.
Previous owner left Bob Seger's Night Moves in there. I listened to it, and it's kind of the soundtrack of my life of Detroit's own Bob Seger. But what's really great about this is I have a 79 International as my car. It's got an 8-track player in it. I have the very 8-track to this day.
You're kidding
No,
me.
man, no, but how about you?
I grew up, so
Here she go. Cap. Let's hear this.
all these albums here. I mean, Aretha. My mother had every Aretha album, and like our Christmas gift to my mother, her birthday gift was always like, what's the latest Aretha Franklin record?
So it's on vinyl in your house as a
all
background.
of it.
Wow.
All that and Stevie. And then Miles, and my dad loved jazz, and so it was Miles, it was Coltrane. One of my personal favorite musicians for when I was younger was Prince.
Oh.
And
He don't know who Prince is. He don't really know who Prince is. He don't know who Prince is. I put my money on it. He don't know who Prince is.
And of course, from your estate,
Yeah.
and he, in fact, I'll tell you. So my husband Doug and I'm more of a hip hop girl.
Yeah.
He's more of Depeche Mode.
Oh yeah. Oh, but at the same
but
time.
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
no,
and
no,
he
of
like the same
course.
music.
Of course. So.
But Prince, in the Venn diagram of things, Prince, he and I love the same, because I mean, talk about how Prince was with that guitar, man. I almost know by heart every one of those songs.
I feel like a trip to Paisley Park is going to happen here if the staff
it's on my bucket list, I'll tell you
good.
that. Tell me about your dad and his influence on you.
Yeah.
3 minutes in, I'm supposed to be doing this video to show you. I can't do it. Like I am uninterested in these little stories, trying to find ways to connect with the average person in America. What policies are you guys implementing? Kamala Harris is actively the vice president of the United States of America. What are you gonna do to help us overcome a lot of these obstacles that the average American is feeling? What are y'all gonna do about war? It's heating up in the Middle East, and y'all sitting somewhere staging a meet and greet with each other. Like I'm trying not to get upset and be all like crazy. I just don't see the point in this, man. And I'm shocked that people would actually consider this as a positive thing. I would love for them to sit across from each other and talk about policy. Maybe they get to it. Let me try to fast forward this.
Served our country. You have served for our country for so many years.
Yeah. I was 19. My little brother, I think, was eight or nine when he passed.
Campaign.
Yeah.
Our campaign is the underdog campaign.
Oh yeah.
And with our joy, we also have to understand that we're still up against some forces
Yes.
that are trying to divide our country. It pains me the kind of division and the stoking of divisions that has taken place,
Yes.
right? And when we can remind people and create a space for everyone to come where they see each other
That's
and
the
say,
magic.
hey,
They're
we're all
getting-
in this together.
It almost feels like everybody's coming out of their house after a blizzard and, a Minnesota reference, and you shovel out, and then you start talking to your neighbors.
Yeah.
How was it the last couple of days or whatever it might be? They're re-energizing, and they're looking for their neighbors. We keep saying,
That's
keep talking
right.
about the
Yeah.
promise of America, and we say, take care of your neighbor.
In the face of a stranger, when you're looking in the face of a stranger, you should see a neighbor, right?
Yeah. I'm about crying on this when you talk about, look, a girl from Oakland, California, and a guy from out in Nebraska
Right.
on there. And the number of people I watch just kind of nod and break into a smile. This exploiting the differences, it can't last. I talk about it being halftime in America. We're a touchdown down because a lot of folks, it's easier to tear things down. It's
Yeah.
easier to divide than it is to build. But once you start that momentum,
Of our country. And they believed in the Constitution of the United States and the principles upon which what was happening. I told her, you have to come live with us. I called my mom, unit dedicated to focusing on children who are being abused and to
thinking of a parent dressing their little one up.
love thy neighbor in the most authentic and true way.
Okay. Can't do it no more. I mean, that's it. I think that's the whole thing. There's nothing of substance in this. You know, I thought, listen, this is supposed to be, from my recollection, is a little bit of a meet and greet, but like a town hall at discussing policies. If these people were serious, they would be talking back and forth of the things that they're going to do to help with the economy, to help with inflation, to help with the crime rate in America, the gun violence in the inner cities. I don't know. You can go down a list. They could even talk about gun violence and background checks and her choice, her body, her choice, but your responsibility if she puts you on child support. They should be talking about those things. Because if people were honestly looking for a resume, I want to hear both of these politicians explain very clearly, what are you going to do? What are you going to actually do? Like day one, I don't want to hear on day one, I'm going to secure the border. Now, what are you actually going to do that's going to result in what action that is going to create a secured border? On day one, I'm going to go after AR-15. What exactly are you going to implement with executive power that's going to actually allow you to do X, Y, Z and defeat the Supreme Court, because they've already ruled that whatever Kamala is saying about taking your guns is unconstitutional? If you're really serious, explain to me, like, what maneuvers are you going to do to accomplish the things that you claim that you're going to accomplish? I swear every politician just says stuff. When we get in the office, we're going to lower gas prices. Well, how are you going to lower gas prices? Can you explain to me what you're going to do that's going to result in the lowering of gas prices? We're going to raise tax on the wealthy. What does that mean? What do you mean you're going to raise taxes on the wealthy? If you raise corporate tax, corporations are going to raise their prices. And the wealthy it's just going to make a bigger profit, and they know how to write their money off. And the middle class folks are going to pay more money. It's like they just got taxed. I could be a president. Somebody told me I should run for president. In my heart of hearts, if I had to, I probably could do better than some of these other people. But I don't want to be no president. I mean, one day I will. But I honestly think that I don't want to be a fool like these nuts over here. These two nuts. Dual nuts. I want to say something else, but I'm trying to be a good Christian. I don't want to be like them. I actually, if I wanted to put my hat in the race, I want to be prepared with life experience and have a legitimate plan of action, have a network in place, have people that I know and that have enough experience that I can bring people on board that I know will help me become successful. And I think to the people, you have to prove that you have a level of success already in some form or fashion that will lead them to believe you would do well with this country. You can't just get in there because you're popular, you're a YouTuber or something. You know, you got to have some skin in the game. You got to have something under your belt. You got to have built something with some wisdom and tenure and with integrity and all those things before you think you're going to run the country. I thought that's what it should have been when it comes to presidential candidates. Donald Trump had an incredible track record of doing things when it comes to running big businesses and negotiating and all that stuff. He had a lot of experience doing that. Kamala has nothing. And neither did Hillary Clinton. That's why they didn't vote for her. And y'all know what they did to get the old dead man in there. How are you the most popular president in United States history by like 10 million votes? And you can't you didn't have the stamina to run for re-election 4 years later. But he's the most popular president ever in history. And then his VP is now running, claiming that she's gonna do something different than what he doing. I'm out of here. Get off my. Go to the next video.